Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you at, wherever you from. How y'all doing? My name is Trey Pizzy.
Moment of silence. My name is Blue. How y'all feeling, man?
J-Rock.
I'm Silk.
Special guest is here.
Special guest we got today.
Silky.
Episode 10, man. Episode 10.
Saying y'all made it to 10, huh?
Yeah, 10. Many more.
Digits.
Yeah, many more to come, man.
Double digits. 10.
Started at the beginning of the year, so now we here.
Yeah.
You know, how y'all feeling?
Me, I'm on cruise control, man. Like, I swear, the closer I get to, my point of exiting, I just don't give a fuck. Like,
Got you.
Everything is just
You got the fuckets?
rolling off my back, like
Case of
whatever,
fuckets.
man. Like
Cold case.
You know
of
that
fuckets.
exit plan coming
yeah,
soon.
it's like whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So I'm on cruise control. I feel good though. I don't feel,
Okay.
nothing too crazy. It's just, I'm just like, fuck it, whatever.
Got you. J-Rock, how you feeling?
Feeling good. I just had a birthday a few days ago. I ain't gonna lie, turns that age kicking my ass. I just got 100% yesterday, which is crazy. That's how I know I'm getting older.
Yo, for real.
I was done.
in real
Getting
life.
better, my nigga.
Yeah, you right. I'm
Getting
getting
better.
And my body telling me, you can't do the things that you used to do when you was.
Yeah.
I
Your
really,
knee hurt? Your
no,
back
I
hurt?
really got 100% yesterday.
In
Like,
real life, though.
and I started Friday, and I got 100% Wednesday.
That means it was a good weekend.
Bobby V voice.
Yeah, time.
Slow down.
Damn, yo, everything was, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
I tried to
Did
live
you
that,
enjoy yourself?
but I did though.
That's
That's
all
what
that
counts.
matters.
I had,
That's all that matters.
my brothers that was there was
You know that.
I had, the ones out running around,
That's right.
and I appreciate that, and I enjoyed it.
That's
you
right.
know.
You back alive. You live to fight
That's it.
another day.
That's right.
I feel wonderful. I'm not gonna lie to you today.
Oh yeah,
was
let's talk about your day. I'm happy for you.
so
I'm happy for him.
today was a phenomenal day. It was just a starting chapter. It was a starting point of a new chapter. Graduation day was today for my baby boy. You know what I mean? Shout out to LA.
Oh,
you know,
congrats.
definitely. And it was just
My boy.
Yeah. And it was just a different kind of hug, man. You know what I mean? It was a different type of embrace. And that's all I wanted today. And mission accomplished. So I'm proud. I'm an even more proud father today. So that's why I feel glorious.
I'm happy for you. I'm happy you
That's,
got y'all
that's
experience.
nice to hear.
That's
Definitely.
beautiful. Silk, how you feeling?
It's my turn. Okay.
Take a
Nah,
breath.
I'm feeling good. I'm just taking each day as it comes, and I'm performing today for the first time.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
My heart is beating out of my chest right now, but you gotta do what you gotta do. When you're passionate about something, it has to get done.
So you're an artist?
Now I am, yeah.
All right, so
Now you are.
let us know what we dealing with here.
Yeah.
Tell us who
Elaborate
you are,
on that.
Yeah.
what you do, what's your marital status, you single, let us know what we working with.
So the box I'm checking for that is single, not looking, because just not looking. Got no time for that right now.
Right.
I'm focused on my career. But long story short, I had a podcast of my own not so long ago, and it was just me. And fourth episode in, I had nothing else to talk about. So that was the end of that. And then my career for wanting to do music and be an artist and stuff just was on some fuck it shit. Can I curse on this? So yeah, I'm feeling on fuck it shit. Yeah, so it was just on some fucking shit. I've been writing since high school. I never did anything with it until I started performing for people, like one-on-one, and they were like, yo, you need to do something with this, da-da-da. I'm like, I guess. But it takes courage, and it takes for you to know yourself in order to understand, like, you can do this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I'm only 22. There's still things I want to try. There's still things I need to learn. But, this is the first time I can honestly say in my life where I talk about it, and it's like a feeling that I can't explain, but it's a vibration that just kind of hums in my body.
Right.
And it just feels right. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So this be my first performance, and I'm going to show you my song and shit like that. I feel passionate about it, and it feels right. So that's...
Rip that shit, girl.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Get
so
to it. Get
we
to
Can I
don't do
say something, though?
polyester, just silk.
Yeah.
I just wanna
talk that like that.
congratulate us, because this is our 10th episode.
Yeah.
I want to
Double
congratulate
Double
us.
digits.
We started this in January. We here in June. This our 10th, and It means something to us.
Oh, so you giving us our flowers?
Yeah, I am.
Okay,
I'm
we
giving
got more
every
flowers.
single
I got
one
some
of
flowers
us.
for Father's Day.
Giving all
And
of
I'm on
us.
the 10th episode, so that means something then.
I'm
If
giving
we so
all of us.
celebratory.
Speaking of which, hold on. I ain't gonna cut you off, but go ahead.
Nah, I just want to give everybody involved. D, she's behind the camera, but I definitely want to give you your flowers because
Absolutely.
you
sure.
you amazing.
Yeah.
What you do, JY too. You know they behind,
Absolutely.
but they like we here. Not
Who
too
is
people.
JY?
Yeah, who is JY? Look it up.
That's his Instagram.
Look it up.
You know?
Who is
you
that?
know, that 10th episode, most people get into this field and they get in, and like I said, we started since January. We had our little downfall, but ain't quitting, ain't stopping, and we got more to come.
Man. Everything got its ups and downs, but we figuring it out, and that's all that matters.
And
Keep it striving.
That's
what you was about to say, Trey?
Oh, you said Father's Day. I wanted to ask.
How was the Father's Day?
Yeah, how
That's
was your
a fact.
Father's Day?
My Father's Day was wonderful. That was another. I had a wonderful Father's Day. You know what I mean? Was giving my flowers, you know, and it was. I had a peaceful time, like literally peaceful from start to finish. The weekend, you know what I mean? We started it off. We do our juice bars. You get what I'm saying? On the Fridays, we do our juice bar, and then from start to finish, yeah, that's the religion.
That's church.
And it was just I had a wonderful experience. It was peaceful, and
You got gifts?
yeah, I got gifts.
How was your Father's Day, Trey?
My Father's Day was cool. I ain't gonna lie. I stayed in the house the whole day. I just chilled, relaxed.
Sounds like a great Father's Day to me.
Yeah.
Trey,
I
the
was
time you walk in the
Not doing
house,
too
it's
much.
dark.
Yeah,
That nigga
lights-
sitting in the monk robe, the
Lights off.
tranquility
That's
music,
Listen.
waterfall.
Listen.
Like,
You look like he in the 36 chambers.
Right.
the
You feel
incense
me?
is burning. You
Word.
like, is this nigga a monk? Like,
Nah,
Father's
that's
Day.
what I like to do. So
and
I
he got
did
the
that.
dreads loose too.
You know, I got I got a couple gifts. They saying some is on the way. I don't know. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool for me. I ain't do too much.
And it's peaceful. You get what I'm
That's
saying?
all I want.
That's
Peace.
all I wanted.
That's
From
all I
the
want is
start to
peace.
finish, it was peaceful. No nothing. No riffraff. No nothing. So it was wonderful.
That's good.
It was
I'm
wonderful.
glad to hear that.
Are you a father?
I was about to say, Silk, do you have any children?
A kid,
No, right?
technically no, but I got a dog. I'm a dog dad. I don't care.
Shout outs to Lil Blue.
Blue, that's my son.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm a
Straight
dog
up.
dad,
Straight
so
up.
it was
Dad.
father. In the dog community, I was happy Father's Day to me. So all my people in the dog community that wish me happy Father's Day, I appreciate y'all.
Yo, he said
As you
dog.
should.
The dog
Yeah, and the
community.
dog-
That's a real thing. It's a
It's
real
still
thing.
a
that's a real
responsibility.
thing.
It's still a responsibility.
Dog dad too.
They sent me happy
You are.
Father's Day.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
sent
How
me
many? 1 or
gifts.
2?
I got one.
Okay.
Now they sent me gifts. I gotta redeem them at
What?
the little dog pup shops and all that. They did. I got
Alright,
gift
cool.
cards and all that for Blue.
Oh,
I
that's
appreciate
cute.
that.
That is
That's real cute.
Yeah, that's
I appreciate Blue. I spoil him
cool.
until I get a real one, but that's my son, and don't play with him because we gonna play back.
Happy Father's Day.
So now we know how everybody feeling, how everybody experiences was and shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into some. Let's get into some meat and potatoes. You know what I'm saying?
To the sauce.
So today I wanted to talk about a question that's been dawning on me. You know what I'm saying? Because in the past, people have said this to me about, you know, partners. They like, yo, you don't date people that's on your level, shit like that. And I'm just like, I don't know what that means. I don't know if they mean social status. I feel like the women I date are attractive or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it always made me question like what they talking about because you know I like people for who they are. I don't look at things like that, like social status and shit like that, right? And then there's times I've been in relationships and girls will say like things like, "Oh, I'm not good enough for you,"
Okay.
or "I'm not on your level."
Okay.
And it kind of hurt my feelings. Like, do I portray that to you? Do I make you feel like you're not on my level? But after it's over, I sit back and I get to look at it from the outside looking in. Now I'm like, oh, I see what you were saying.
So let me ask you something, just for clarity purposes of what you're saying. When they make that statement, are they referring to like, I'm not good enough for you? Like, are they saying that, or to where I can't I can't match what you're looking for.
Basically, like
Okay.
I can't match what you're looking for. You probably 10 steps ahead of me. I'm trying to catch up to you. I don't understand what's going on right now.
Or
And
everything that you do is wrong.
right, everything that you do is wrong.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like I'm not there yet mentally. And while you in it, you just like, yo, I'm showing you. Like this is a map. But
Right.
What did you tell her when she told you that?
I don't know what to say. I just be like, I don't feel that way.
Okay.
But it's just the display, I guess. How I carry myself. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I can't match him.
Right.
And then, like I said, on the outside, I get a chance to look at it from a different perspective when it's over. And I see. I'd be like, oh, okay. Like, we would never even be in the same room. You get what I'm saying? Usually, I meet them through friends or something like that, but I would never see you out where I'm at, right? Or we would never be in the same spaces.
So what brings you there to that meeting, Grant? Like, what's the?
Like
you
I said, it might be
Amen.
like through friends and shit
Yeah,
like that. Like,
alright.
or you know how it go. A friend talks to a friend, you
Yeah,
talk to the
yeah,
other
yeah.
friend type shit.
Copy.
But it's like
It's never one.
I like regular women. You know what I'm saying?
what's
Yeah, I was about
regular?
that.
I
Elaborate.
like
What's regular?
I like so being that I was a rapper and shit like that, you would expect me to be with a certain type of girl. You know what I'm saying? Like
okay.
bottle girls that look a certain way. I like regular women that
I'm sorry,
go
you're
to
still a
work.
rapper.
I'm not. But
You just don't rap, but you're
you
a
know,
rapper.
like, you expect me to be with a certain kind of woman.
Yeah.
Total opposite. You know what I'm saying? I like natural girls. I like
Okay,
shit like that. Like
yeah.
I would fuck with a girl that work in McDonald's. I don't care because I feel like I have the qualities to bring you up to where I'm at. And I think that's where I fuck up a lot.
I ain't gonna lie. I was definitely about to shoot at that because are you dealing with an individual? Are you dealing with a woman to where you want to build her up?
Not necessarily. I don't go looking for women to build up.
Okay.
But that comes with it though. Like if you're with somebody, just naturally y'all grow together.
Of course. But I'm saying I don't go looking for a woman that's not on my level to build her up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm willing to build up, but I don't care. I don't care what your status is or where
Pretty
you
much
at in
in other
life.
ways.
You get what I'm saying?
All right, I got you.
So, but I noticed that might be a flaw of mine, right? Because if they not where you at, they may not be ready. And me being a artist or creative or whatever, a thinker, period, right? So I look at women in the scope of it doesn't matter what you look like. I see your potential.
Okay.
And I think the problem is they don't see what I see.
Okay.
So I see you on a higher plateau, but you don't see yourself there yet. So I'm wrecking myself trying to get you there, but you don't see it yet. You don't
But
understand.
You can't love. That's what it sounds like. You can't love somebody who doesn't love themselves. If you can see it, but they can't. It's
You
just,
burning your own energy.
Exactly. Like you're gonna build something to the point where you're giving your energy towards something that will leave you with nothing for yourself.
Because they're not
100%.
contributing.
Putting it exactly. And honestly, I wanted to say this. There's no levels to who you want to be with, who you don't want to be with. It's whatever feels right. I think levels is just the way to compare. Okay, does this work for me? Does she work for me? Does she not work for me? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's what feels right. And yeah.
And stages too.
Yeah.
Like just to piggyback off of what you was just saying in regards to levels and stuff like that, it's like that's just probably like
It's a mental thing. There's
Yeah,
no
I was just about to
levels
say
it.
that's just something that you place up in your mind.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, cool. I was doing this then. I want to do this now. So where I see myself, I want to see that for you as well, if not more.
Right. But like I said, the problem comes in where they don't see that.
When they
for
don't
them.
see it, and then I feel
Right.
like
But you
what
can't
Silk
do
is
that
saying.
for them.
No, I can't. But that's what I'm saying. So now when I get to these spaces, right, and we in this space where it's like, oh, I'm not good enough for you or whatever, it's like, I don't think you're not good enough for me.
That's first of all,
You
that's
get what
not
I'm
even
saying?
the
That's
angle.
not even my
That's
my
not the angle at all,
Right?
Chuck.
Like it's
Thinking about
like
that.
yeah.
How you even bring that about?
Yeah.
It's not even that, but you feel that way because you see how I'm moving, you see how I'm carrying myself, and you like, oh, I can't match.
Because they're
I
not
can't
used to
match
a man of
They
that
not
caliber.
Exactly.
But that's also projection too, because I see you there and I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I see you on this pedestal. I'm not even putting myself on this pedestal.
But shouldn't that
So
motivate you?
Of course, but for some women, that's insecurities. You know what
I
I'm
was
saying?
just
A
about
lot
to
of
say that, 'cause they
insecurities
feel a little
outweigh
bit-
a lot of motivation in terms of being with somebody that they feel like is out of their caliber. You know what I'm saying? People want to be with somebody they're comfortable with, regardless if it's good or bad. If I'm comfortable with you, I'm gonna be with you. But if I'm not comfortable with you and you feel like if I feel like that you're too good for me, whatever the case may be, then that's a problem within myself.
But what about a man that creates that safety net to know, listen, okay, you may not be, you may have insecurities, whatever, but here's a safety net. You can be free and open with me. I'm here to catch you whenever you're to fall. And you see the level I'm moving. That I feel like that right there, that female in some way, shape, or form should at least open a little. I'm not saying you're supposed to gun hole in.
But it's just that's your safety net. That's not her
I
safety
was just
net.
about to
She
say
hasn't
that.
even created a
Right.
safety
I
net
was
of
just
her
She
about to
don't
own.
say
even
that.
understand the
She
safety
don't understand
net.
Exactly.
that.
She doesn't
She don't
understand that. And
understand
you want her
that.
to understand your safety net when she don't even know how to understand her
her
own.
own, right?
Right.
Because she's accustomed to a certain way of living.
Yep.
So when you introduce her to something new, it's just like, oh, what the fuck? Like I always say this, like women want a certain type of man, right? They be like, yo, I want a man that make this much money or whatever, but you don't even know what to do in those spaces, right? So when you get a man that's taking care of his own shit, that could take care of you or whatever, you don't even know your place there. Because that's always been a question or a thing too. It's like, oh, what am I doing here? What do you need me for?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Right,
like,
yo.
you should be watching.
Right.
Right?
That's a
Like, so if
fucking
I'm taking
fact.
care of everything, you should be like, yo, how can I get him more money? How can I take this load off of him so he not worried about that or whatever? Just find your place. You know what I'm saying? And I think when you put them in those situations, just from my personal experience, they don't know how to find their way. They not used to niggas having their shit together. You know what I'm saying? So when a man does, it intimidates them.
Even just to piggyback off of what you were just saying, not even necessarily before we even get to the stages of what I'm doing for you, right? On the physical, the tangible things,
Right.
Before we even get to that, let's talk about the mental, where I start reacting in the fashion of which you're not used to. I might be, all right, for example, you got women that they like gifts, right? You know, or they like the wine and dine, they like things of that nature, right? That's a love language for them, right? Cool. Now, here you are, you show them, okay, that's cool, I like to do that. However, prioritizing wise, I'm doing something else, right? So this is not the time for that right now, sweetheart.
Okay.
Or I can do that, but I'm just not being able to do it on your time, right? So now let's get through that first, and then we can talk about what I'm willing to do for you, what I can do for you.
I
Things
also
that
think it's learning. It's a learn and earn situation, right? It sounds crazy when you say it out loud, but that's basically what it is. You're learning me, and you learning how to earn the things that you want, right? You have to find a place. To where it's like, all right, I could do this for this man because he could provide this for me.
Okay.
You can't be a girl that just sit back and then when I'm like, yo,
or just pull up. Immediately just pulling up.
Right.
And then you throwing those things out there. Hold on.
how?
It's like, hold on.
Slow down.
Hold
down.
on. I could
What's your report card? Like,
Right, I could provide these
what's your
things.
report card?
Like, you know, I could provide these things. Like we talked about on the last episode. I'm going to watch what you do.
Right.
I'm going to watch how you take care of yourself, and I'm going to take care of you in the same aspect. But you can't sit here and pull up and just be like, oh, yeah, I'm here.
Oh, this is what I'm used to.
I'm here.
That's not cool.
You
get what I'm saying?
I hate that. It's far fetched. This ain't what you used to. That's the past. I'm modern day and present. So if you still on used to, guess what? I'm gonna leave you where you used to be.
I have a question.
Where you used to
Y'all
be.
are talking in reference to how a woman feels when she's not good enough. So let me ask y'all this: have y'all ever been in a situation where you've met a shorty and it's like,
You feel as though we are not good enough?
what do y'all do in that situation as men when you
That's a
feel
perfect
like,
question.
That's a good
So
ass
wait,
question.
I have a wait.
Hold on, let her finish. Finish the question. That was
Only
it?
because as a woman, I'm speaking in terms of like, I understand when I feel like I'm not good enough because I've had instances where I've spoke to men and I felt like, you know, oof. But from a man's perspective, when you meet a shorty and she kind of hinders at the fact that she may be a little bit more up in level, since we're talking about levels than you, what level do you feel like you are in terms of a shorty that could be a little bit more up than you.
So are you talking more like in
Emotional?
financial, emotional?
Nah, we're not talking about
mental?
No, I'm
finances.
talking about the
No, we
same way
talking
y'all
about
talking
life.
before.
Yeah,
life.
In
Life.
a relationship,
Emotionally,
if you want to be
just
with
everything
somebody,
all together.
yeah, if you want to
Everything's
be
all
with
together.
somebody and you feel like she's better than you, how does that make y'all
I
feel?
dealt with
So-
someone that was better than me, like, made more money than me, didn't need me for nothing. I kid you not. Could literally walk back. I don't no dead ass didn't need me for nothing.
How did it make you feel?
How did it make you feel?
And I ain't gonna hold you. I'm used to being top dog in situations.
You wasn't the big
And,
dog.
nah, man, and she rounded me all the time. But
She wanted you. She didn't need you.
that's a big difference. I like you said that.
Honestly speaking, I feel
She
like
ain't
that's
need me. She wanted
She
me.
wanted
that's-
you.
but
But
that's-
that's
but
with everything.
I
If
was
you
just
can
about to
want
say that.
somebody, but you don't need anybody. You only need yourself. But if you're
But I
in a
knew how to
relationship
adjust
one-on-one,
though. I didn't let that, like, I feel like most people in that situation, they tend to act out and be like, you know what, I gotta, I assess, because I feel like everything in life, you gotta adjust.
Right.
Adjust to the new situation. Right.
Okay.
I adjust to her. She
But
didn't
in
need
what
me.
ways?
Yeah, I was
In
saying,
what ways
what do you
did
mean
you
you adjust
adjust?
Adjust
to
to
her?
meaning my mental, how I used to deal,
How you would respond to
how I
it.
respond, how I did. Because normally, if a chick
wasn't
come to me,
offensive.
it wasn't defensive at all.
All right.
Like, she's not coming at me. Normally, a man would be like, what? Oh, because you think you make more than you? Nah, I never took that approach, never did nothing. Like, and I had to adjust to realize
Okay.
sometimes you're going to come across someone that's just in a better position than you. And
Yeah.
that doesn't mean that they mean harm on you.
I was in a situation. I was in a marriage, right? Like that.
Marriage?
Yeah, I was in a marriage. Like,
Golly.
boy. Yeah.
Golly.
I was in a marriage.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah. I was in a marriage, right? Yo, y'all some funny individuals. Nigga said I gotta pull my
Listen,
vape.
I ain't got no words.
Nigga said, damn, I ain't expect you to throw that on out there, cuz.
Yeah, I see
It is what
Trey
it
go like
is.
this. Trey said, it's
It
gonna be a
is.
long
Listen.
night.
Yo, y'all said
Everything and nothing.
it is. Listen,
Talk about
everything and nothing. You feel
Ain't
me?
this church? Ain't this therapy?
This
Let's
is
talk
therapy.
about it.
And I
Let's
said I
talk
feel
about it.
glorious today, so you know it is what it is. I was in a marriage to where I felt like emotionally, right?
Okay.
She was in a higher level than me.
Okay.
And I was not satisfying of that. At one point I was, but in the end game I wasn't.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? How did it make me feel? It made me respond to it immaturely.
But you're not saying how it made you feel. You're saying how you reacted to it.
How
How
I-
did it make you feel?
She got a point. I like that.
How did it make me feel? It made me feel like normally I feel like I'm in control of things.
Okay.
So you
it
felt
made you feel
inferior?
little.
No, not little. It just made me feel helpless.
Helpless. Okay.
Far from little. You know what I mean? But it made me feel helpless. It's kind of like you being bonded to a chair and you're watching things transpire in front of you and you can't even do anything about it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And obviously when people are emotionally disturbed at that moment, they're not thinking clearly.
Of course,
That's the reason why I said I responded immaturely.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Because I wasn't thinking clearly.
But you reflecting back on it means that you knew you acted immaturely. So
Absolutely.
did you know at that moment that what you were doing
because
was
I was
immature?
emotionally, I'm thinking one thing, like, oh, I am doing something,
Okay.
right? But in all like you're bugging,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Okay.
You're bugging when in all
Projection.
actuality,
Exactly.
projection.
Yep.
When in all actuality, yeah, you might have been bugging with particular things, but there's a cause and effect.
Okay.
Every action has a reaction, and if I responded to that in a more mature way, then the flip back behind it all would have been. It would have been a solution,
Right.
a positive solution, and it wasn't.
Okay.
I say I've been in situations, I've dated older women, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know since I was 15, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like,
God,
yeah, straight up. Nah, they've been 7-8 years older than me, so they
what has that taught you?
to be in a better position. Right? Straight up. To be in a better
What has
position.
that taught you?
for
Listen,
real.
Nah,
you
listen.
had to learn something from that.
Of course,
The
I learned a million things, but
course.
the most important thing, like, how did it make me feel? At the time, I was a young nigga. It made me feel like I was the man, right?
Of course,
But
yeah.
as I got older, it kind of made me feel manipulated.
Is that how you internalized it?
Yeah, like you got more than me. You know a little bit more than me. So now you trying to take advantage of me.
You know how to move.
So you was a victim?
Do you feel used?
I probably was a victim.
You probably
didn't realize
How
it.
do you feel? Do you really feel as though that you was a victim?
Nah, that happens
I
though.
don't feel you.
I need to know.
At that moment, he didn't feel
On
like
hindsight,
that.
in hindsight, yeah, I was a victim, right? Because I was a kid.
Man, that
right?
moment.
Okay.
In hindsight, I was a victim in that moment. I was the man, nigga.
You got an
yeah,
older
you
joint
got older
and you
shit.
cracking?
You like,
She buying me shit. She, you know what I'm saying? I'm keeping up with niggas because what she doing, you get what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, in that moment. But as I got older, I'm like, nah, I need to be in position, right? Like I need to solidify who I am, my manhood or whatever. Like, you know, because now it's like, and then even at my adult ages, like, I've been with a girl when I was dead broke. Like, when I first came home, I was dead broke. Nigga, my car got repoed and all that. And I'm like, nigga, I'm going to get better.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Now I'm in a better position. Like, I didn't sit back. But I think a lot of women don't know how to find their place in that. Since men are supposed to be the providers, you get what I'm saying? It's hard for them to go from being provided for to being a partner. Okay. You get what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
And looking at it from a different perspective, look at it from a female perspective. If she was a corporate executive, she not looking at the nigga that's working the fries.
That's a
you're
fact.
right.
You get what I'm saying?
I wouldn't look at you if I was the CEO and you was working at McDonald's. I'm gonna get number 5 and I'm moving on.
And that's
even if he smiled at you good while he was handing you your
I don't know you at that point. All I know is that you work at McDonald's
Exactly.
and I'm a CEO.
That's
if
all you
I
see
took
is
the
McDonald's.
time to sit down and spoke to you, then that's a different story. But in hindsight, if I pull up to the driveway and you're working there, I'm a CEO.
I ain't always you. I'm gonna call your
And
bluff.
you know, wait,
You
and
know
then
you ain't
you
gonna sit
see-
down and talk to him.
I'm saying if I do end up in McDonald's, I don't want to do the driveway and I want to sit down.
That's a big if.
A big if, but it's an if.
Exactly.
It's an if.
A big
it's
if.
a question. And he would have approached me trying to get with me, whatever the case may be. Of course, I would feel a type of way like, you're not on my level since we're talking about levels.
Right.
But if I got to know you on a personal level and I saw you pass the fryer, I saw you pass the burger, then of course.
He got to throw the apron away before he approached.
Nah, he gotta take the apron off.
It would have to be.
You had to
It would
come to
have
the
to be different
bathroom,
settings.
like, yeah,
but see, but I
exactly.
think that's the difference between men and women, right? Because like I just said, I would take a bitch that's working at the fries. Like we will pull up to the driveway
That's
if
a
she.
fact.
But if she look good, you would
If she
take her?
look, why not?
That just
Niggas
sparked the
gonna
reason.
speak.
Because
Dead
you know
ass.
why?
Yeah, you're gonna
Because
say
I
something.
have the provision to take you to out of here, right? Like you ain't never got to flip a fry again if you follow what I'm telling you
That's
to do.
a fact.
But how do you know that she's worth doing that?
You
don't
don't
know.
You
You're
don't.
shooting a
But that's
shot.
the thing. The difference between men
Y'all
and
don't know
women
either.
is
Y'all don't know
don't know
we
neither.
don't know either,
Y'all
but
don't
we're
know
not
neither.
willing to take a chance on that.
And that's
because
the problem.
No,
that's
that's a
And
lie.
that's-
That's a lie. No, let me show you. Let me give you a prime example.
That's bad.
Y'all,
That's not that
y'all
it's
will
bad.
fuck
It's-
with a nigga based off his Instagram.
That's a
and
fact.
niggas be bag fishing.
Straight
Nigga don't
up.
have no
Straight
money.
up.
And
Straight
just
up.
because he taking pictures with certain people, just because he rented a car, y'all would talk to a nigga based off of that. And you
got a
don't know
certain
that
amount
nigga.
of
And then when you
followers,
finally
all of
get
that.
him,
Now you
and you
mad.
feel like he a bum, you
Now you
like,
mad.
damn, you got tricked. You got tricked.
Now you on Instagram for a whole month.
So don't sit here and
Blasting
say,
him.
don't sit here and say y'all cannot get tricked, right? But I think
can get tricked. I'm not saying that
right.
we
So
can't.
I
We
think
can.
men don't think of it on the level you can't trick us, right? Because especially if we're
Y'all are easily tricked.
no,
Okay.
if we're provisionaries, right? Like so, if we have the means to take you from the fries to the CEO, we don't care.
Can't get tricked.
But we can do that too. It just we're
But
more
you won't.
but we're more
But you
precautious
won't.
about it because at the end of the day,
More guarded.
we're the end. At the end of the day, we're the ones who end up getting hurt at the end. No matter where you take
Bullshit.
us from.
That's
no,
not facts.
no,
That's
it is
not
She's
true.
facts.
speaking from an emotional
I'm-
standpoint.
Exactly, because at the end of
And
the
they're
day,
more emotionally
statistically
invested than men.
speaking,
That's bad. You
women
agreed.
are
That's bad.
No, women are more emotionally invested in early points of a relationship than men are, depending on how you feel for that
Go ahead,
person.
keep talking. You proving. Go ahead. Women is more emotionally stamped. Go
But
ahead.
it's the fact.
No,
like
that's a
it's
fact.
true.
I
like
but
agree
it's
with
bad.
that, but
chemical.
I don't agree. Y'all the ones that get up, y'all end up being hurt the most. We do, right? Because we the ones. If you look at the statistics, we get left the most. Y'all leave us. We don't leave.
I beg to
right?
differ.
So
I beg to differ too because it's
I-
honestly
no.
it could be
It depends on-
50-50.
it's
It could be
circumstantial.
50-50.
It
No,
depends on the
if
Women
you
divorce-
look at if you look
women
at the
divorce
divorce
men
rate,
more than
exactly,
men
women divorce
they leave.
Men,
and when they
exactly.
do leave, they go to something they feel is bigger and better.
right?
Okay.
And y'all don't?
No,
I'm a counter.
We don't care about
A
doing
man,
big.
when a woman want to
You don't
divorce a
understand.
man, a man always want to ask,
We will
can we
build up.
Can we fix
Y'all
it?
will not build up.
That's not
Yes,
Y'all won't
that.
build up.
true.
Hold
We
on.
do, but we
What you-
build up with somebody who we feel is worth building up. Y'all saw shorty that looked good at the fryer McDonald's. You don't want to build her up.
No.
No,
All right,
no,
so
no,
hold on.
no,
Let me.
no,
Let
no.
me. Oh, wait.
Go ahead, A.
Let me respond to that real quick because I'm glad you just brought that back on up. So we would talk to them because we see a woman that looks attractive. Right.
Okay, yes, that's the
It
first
looks-
thing.
That's the look.
That's the
right.
look.
That's the 1st thing.
You can't say, oh, because I don't know him. It's not about knowing yet because what attracts you is the exterior first. Everyone has an external attraction. You get what I'm saying? From whether it's a man or a woman, everyone has that.
Yeah, of course.
That's not the reason why you're gonna lay up in bed. We're not saying that.
course.
That's not the reason why you're gonna start investing in a person. But at the
Right.
very least, a reason to why, hey, allow me to be a gentleman and introduce myself. My name is such and such. What's your name? That opens that door.
We
You
could
get what I'm
look past the
saying?
uniform.
Yeah,
Y'all can't.
you look past the
Y'all
uniform.
can't look.
But
No,
what
y'all
you did
can't.
was, hold on. So what you, hold on. So what you,
and you're not even a woman.
hold on. But
Of course
look,
we can look past
look.
I ain't gonna lie.
But what you just said, you
99.9%
won't.
don't.
Hold on, check it,
You
check
won't.
it, check it. You just contradicted yourself. You want to know why? It's because I said, so now what if this gentleman, oh,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
yeah, you good?
Oh.
Good?
Time out.
You
Pause.
straight?
Pause.
Can I get my lip gloss? Can you pass me my lip gloss? Oh my God, it's a Fenty one. Yeah. Thank you. Sorry about that. I didn't even peep I touched it.
I was just about to say that. Just make sure we, one mic it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay. Like
No.
say some things
I
now.
should
Yeah.
lay like a mic check for you.
Hello. Mic check. 3, 4. Oh,
All right, we good.
yeah.
Straight.
I said 3, 4.
So what I was saying in regards to contradicting yourself, right, is because
She coming.
come on, cuz.
Go
You ain't
ahead.
saying nothing, man.
She coming back. She can give us the.
Wait until D say something.
We good now? All
Alright, cool.
Wait.
I bet. Nah, so in regards to contradicting yourself, right? I said, well, if the individual, right, great smile or whatever,
Okay.
you look in his eyes, you're not at no drive-through, or if you are in a drive-through and the individual hands you your order, you wouldn't talk to this individual because you're a CEO and this individual works at McDonald's.
Okay.
Right then and there, that contradicts yourself because you said that you can be able to look past the uniform. That's not looking past the uniform.
is not.
Where now us, for a gentleman, I mean for the guys, right? We may see a young lady up in there, it's like, oh shit. Quick little, light little rhythm,
Okay.
which is the little back and forth. Let's exchange numbers, get to chatting. We look past the uniform.
Okay.
It's the exterior, not the uniform, but it was something about you, whether your eyes, whether your smile or whatever, the way that you responded to me or whatever. And now we outside of that.
Okay.
So that's what I guess that's what Trey is saying in
Yeah.
regards to we look past
We look
those type
past-
of things.
we look past those
women
type of
is
things.
and J Rock was saying like in regards to when women date, you guys are always looking for the not the level up, but it's pretty much you're judging the book by its cover.
They want the house built.
Because that CEO, right? Your CEO, right?
Okay.
That next CEO may be a stone cold piece of shit.
Yeah, you're right. No,
And
you're
because he
absolutely right.
feels as though he's a CEO, right? He can find another you, right?
Okay.
But you was going on an economic, social compatibility thing.
No, but I'm saying as a woman, it's just more personable because I can't go on a drive-thru as a CEO and think like, oh, this is the man for me, just like y'all
definitely you
saying.
won't.
That's why I said, not contradicting myself, but if I were to sit down at a McDonald's and you were to pull up on me out of the whatever fry or whatever and came to sit down to me, talk to me, show me who you really are past everything, then I can possibly see myself, hey, like, maybe this isn't just a guy in a uniform. Maybe this is somebody that I can possibly be with. You know what I'm saying? But in quick glance, unlike like you guys can do when y'all said y'all pull up in a drive-thru, if y'all could like look at her eyes and okay, so
Whichever.
then,
She might have had a fat ass.
Right.
but as women, we don't see it like that. When we look at a man, it's very hard for us to look at the exterior and just go by that because it's never about that for us. At the end of the day, we have to get to know you because exterior doesn't lead to long
I gotta
term.
disagree.
Exterior does not lead long term.
No,
I
it
gotta
doesn't.
disagree.
I want to
But why
touch
you
on
all the
something.
way-
Wait, I want to touch on something she said about, how can y'all say what women think when y'all men? Because it's our job, right? You are the prey. We are the hunters. So we have to know how y'all think, how y'all move or whatever. So
studying.
whatever we saying, right? It's not based off of me trying to be a woman or trying to speak for a woman. It's based off of my knowledge.
I did my
On
job.
women.
Wait, in dealing with women. So me as a man dealing with women, I know when a woman is out of my league, right?
He did
Like,
his job.
I could get any woman on the planet. I feel like, give me the space and opportunity, but can I keep up her lifestyle? No, I can't keep her, right? But women don't think on that level. They think I could get any nigga I want. Their concern is not keeping them. Right, so they'll get into any situation with a upper echelon nigga and not care. You get what I'm saying? Just based off the fact that they're a woman. But men have to be better. You don't have to be better.
What do you?
Listen, you don't have to be better to get a upper echelon nigga, right? You could be anybody. He can pick you. In order to get an upper echelon woman, you have to be of a certain stature, or she's not even gonna look your way.
Okay, and that's jumping right back to what you said.
She's not gonna look your way.
Because you're not looking our way because you're not looking at the exterior. It's very hard to see past the exterior because you guys, from
No, you're not looking at the interior.
Well, you're not looking.
You're looking at the.
Well, you can't. Well, she can't see the interior based off of that first.
No, I'm
approach.
saying she's
So
not.
that
True,
glance,
yeah, exactly.
You can't see it. However, for the guys, and I wanted to touch up on this, and this is just piggybacking off of what you said, Trey. When we meet a woman, we ain't thinking no longevity. Right then and there, we not looking down no road.
You just made my case. Thank you. Do you see why we see past exterior and we have to make it personable? Because you just said right now we're not thinking long term. Women are long term people unless they just want to
Bullshit.
be.
That's bullshit.
No, not all of them. I'm not
disagree.
speaking for all of them. I'm not speaking for all of them.
I'm not speaking for all guys.
I'm not.
That's bullshit.
Okay, you can do that.
Yeah,
You're
we're not
right.
speaking
You're
for
right.
guys, we speaking for
You're right.
ourselves.
You're right. But in terms of who I am as a woman
Right.
and my friends and people I know, there's times where I could look at a guy and it's just like, okay, he's just a one night stand, whatever the case may be. But if I want to take it long term, we as women look more long term than men do.
Okay.
Right, so if you
Can I
live a
make an
certain
example?
so if you live
That's
in
a
a certain
fact.
lifestyle and you saying you thinking long term, then that nigga working the fries can't do nothing for you because you already up here. So how can he do anything for you long term?
So you pretty much just agreed with what she's saying. That's why reason why she won't.
Exactly,
that's what I'm saying.
So it contradicts the whole thought process of women thinking on a more emotional level, right? It's what you see, and you be like, nah, I can't do that.
Off the
Men
bat.
don't think like that. We don't think.
That's
like
what I was. That was I was saying. So if you see shorty and you, like you said, she got a fat ass, she got this. You're not looking emotionally. You're looking
Right.
at what you see, what's
agree with
pleasing
that.
you to the eyes, what's attractive
agree
to
with
you.
that.
What I'm saying is basically is that it's more than just how you look and how you present yourself. And there are females nowadays that based on who you're with on Instagram, what you're wearing, who you're wearing, what car you're driving, that'll determine if she wants to be with you or not. But that's not everybody. Like that's not every girl. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's majority.
It's not, because if you want to say majority, then a majority of y'all just want to fuck.
I'll give you a scenario. Hold on, let me give you a scenario.
Of course,
You know
but
what?
you
I
were
wanna
just
fuck.
saying that.
I want to fuck. Viewers.
We're talking long term, but I'm just saying y'all just
let me
want to
give you a
fuck.
scenario. Let's say a female, right? See two guys, right? I'm gonna tell you, I know the nigga she gonna go for. The nigga already dressed up, look good. Yo, I'm gonna move you in the crib. Then you got the other nigga. Yo, I'm building this house up. She like, oh, you a construction nigga? Nah, I'm gonna go with the nigga that already got the crib.
Right.
I'm gonna go with the nigga that already got the crib. But not even knowing you don't know what he got going, but you gonna go with the nigga that gives you instant gratification. And that's what's wrong. Women, y'all want that instant gratification.
What about y'all though? What if there's
Nah,
the two
see,
scenarios?
hold on. We not, no.
What do you mean no? It's the same concept.
We
If
want
you see
instant
two
gratification too
women,
sometimes.
if you see two women, one is working a fryer and the other one's a CEO, you're telling me you're gonna pick the fryer over a CEO?
I need to
might-
know where my mentals
I
at.
might.
Well, your
me
mental's that,
personally,
so then you can't speak for us and say that that's what we're
I'm
gonna
not,
choose,
I'm not
because
saying
that's what my mental is.
I'm saying like my interaction, but I know off of. I'm gonna say this. There's a difference between off of first looks. The difference between men and women. Off of first look, if a nigga already got the crib built and the nigga that's building the crib, what women gonna go with? The nigga that got the crib.
But that's
they
when
need it now.
That's when levels come in though, what we were just discussing, right?
Exactly.
Like, so if there's a CEO and there's a girl that worked the fries, right? Depending on where I'm at in life, I'm gonna go after the fry chick because I know this CEO chick is out of my league.
But you're automatically assuming that you don't even know her.
No,
like you don't know the girl from the fryer.
It's not about knowing her, right? It's about
What
the
I'm able to
social
bring to the
status.
table.
What can I provide for her?
what can I bring to the
You
table?
can still provide for a woman who's a CEO.
No,
No.
you can't.
That's not true. There's a lot of CEO women
I'm
who have
saying
CEO men.
No. If you're in that position, I'm talking about like if I'm at a level like a regular nigga level,
Okay.
right? An average man level, right?
Okay.
The CEO, the chick working the fries look more attractive to me because I have to provide a lifestyle for this girl that's providing a certain lifestyle for herself, and I can't do that.
Right.
So I'm gonna go what's more feasible for my lifestyle.
Right.
Okay, I could take care of her. I don't know if I could take care of her.
So that goes back to my first question. When you feel like a woman that you're going for is better than you, how does that make you feel? So it obviously makes you feel that you're better off going with somebody who's going to make you feel at your level.
It makes me feel like I gotta get better because I've been in situations like I said where I've been the lesser side of the party, right? And I only got better. I only was like, oh, I gotta step my shit up.
Right then and there?
What do you mean?
Not at that point in time. You didn't. That came in the course of time.
No. As I'm dealing with her, it's like I gotta step my shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like there's women that were mentally on a higher level than me. Right? They was talking shit that I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Right? Like I knew I couldn't compete with them. Now I'm like, I gotta learn more. I gotta do more.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And I think, like I said, to my point, or just maybe in my experience, that women don't take the same efforts to get better. It's just comfortability. It's
That's
just like
that's your perspective.
You're speaking from a
just said that.
perspective.
I just said that.
Yeah,
I just said that.
That's why you feel.
And I think we missing a
my
part that nobody spoke on.
What?
Because sometimes you got women who's in that position of power and they love that to where they meet a guy, whatever, and they under them, and they love that power. We ain't speak on that.
Well, guys too.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I never been that.
Don't do
I
that.
never.
But
Well, personally, me, I never. I dealt with women where I know like you got no business dealing with me.
I know you have a
hold
friend though
on.
that you
Time
know
out.
that is way too power hungry, and it makes you feel a type of way.
No, but I feel like no. I feel like
You don't
when
have
women-
anybody that you know that has so much power that they're super pompous.
Yeah, God.
what?
Oh no, strike
Nah,
him.
but
Strike him.
No,
I get
there's certain
what
women,
you're
no.
saying.
There are certain women when they reach that level of success of power, they're looking down on anybody.
You've
That's
been,
As
but
men,
have you been in a
just like
situation
men.
of such?
I don't. But see,
No, but
I
that
agree with you,
happens.
right?
I'm
There's
speaking
people
on
that
that.
do that.
Hold on, let me finish.
Power
No,
is eco-friendly.
You
It's
haven't
gender-friendly.
been in a situation of such. So what are you speaking of? You're speaking of like what? Not personal
Just because
experience.
I haven't personal, we're gonna act like that don't happen.
No,
though?
I'm just asking. I would like to because I want to know more
personally
detail
no.
behind it.
But
'Cause
I'm
I don't
saying that
agree
there
with
are
that.
women because we having a conversation.
But where
of,
you pulling it from?
That's
Oh,
what
yeah,
I'm getting
have
at.
you-
Let me
start
start
from the
that
bottom.
from.
We basically having a conversation of how women and men deal with each other versus if they work in the fryers or not, right?
Okay.
We're basically saying a man would take a chick and upbuild him. A chick, she want her man already built.
No, it's not true. It's
But
not
where are you
true.
pulling that statement that you just said?
That's not
Let's
true.
And that's
let's
what
be
I'm
real
saying.
specific.
There's women who feel like they're at this certain power. That comes from what I'm saying.
You've seen
They're
this?
not willing to. I have.
You seen that?
Yes, I have.
And all right, so equally so, men do that shit all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
They do that shit all the time.
And
cuz, all
contrary
hood.
to that, right? Like
do.
that thought, right?
because it is
Sometimes there's a lot of projection to where a female or a male can make you feel like you're doing that to them, but they just feel little. Like it's just like like if I say, yo, I do this is what I do, and somebody might feel like you belittling them. And it's like, I'm just talking about what I do. I'm just talking about who I am. It has nothing to do with you. But they'll be like, oh, you trying to make me feel small based off of the shit that you saying. It's like, yo, I don't do this shit. Like, I don't eat at Applebee's. And it's like, oh, you trying to make me feel small for eating at Applebee's. It's like, no, I'm just telling you this is what I do.
That's your preference.
Right? So they would take that and be like, oh, you on a power trip, or you think you better than me. No, I don't think I'm better than you.
Or everything I do is wrong. That jumps
This
right
is
back to
what
what
I
you were
don't
just
do.
saying.
I don't think I'm better than you. So when you display who you are, or you fan out your peacock feathers, they take it personal because they not where you at.
They're not on that level.
They not where you at.
But yeah, it's like I said, it's projection. It's insecurity.
And then when
Absolutely.
you bring that about, right, in a matter of trying to fix that situation, because how it's based off of delivery as well. Because you might
I agree.
you might
I agree with
articulate that,
I
but you
agree.
don't articulate that in a fashion to where she's looking, you're giving her constructive criticism.
No,
you get what
because
I'm saying?
you can say stuff from the bottom of your heart and
And they
mean
still
it,
perceive it wrong?
Exactly.
Hold on, say that again to the cameras real quick.
So you can say something from the bottom of your heart and not have any malicious intent to it, but a person is gonna take it a different way because that's how they came across it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you say, like I said, Fryer and CEO. If you meet a Fryer girl and you're like, yeah, I'm the CEO of Apple, da da da. Ugh, you're doing too much. You're being bougie. That's not being bougie. You're stating your credentials, and there's nothing wrong with that. If somebody feels offended by that,
That's
then
their
that
insecurities?
is projection.
100%.
and that's
I'm the
projection
king
of
of
their
that.
insecurities.
Yes,
If
'cause they're
anybody
not
can talk
CEO.
about that, it's me, right? Because I'm the king
I
of
agree
bad
with that.
delivery.
Yeah, okay,
But
yeah.
me?
Right?
So-
No, I agree with what you just said. Like if you
okay,
meet the CEO, because I feel like if I meet someone, I'm proud of.
That's your credentials.
Right.
Be proud
Where
of
I'm-
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
If I
I put
speak
in
my
some pain
job,
to get here.
if I speak my job
course.
title, I'm
Right.
speaking that.
Hell yeah, as a woman too.
You man,
I'm the king of bad delivery, right?
I did the damn
Bad
thing where I've
delivery.
been at.
I am the king of bad delivery. But the people that know me,
But you clean up nice. I love your
no,
clean
I'm
up.
just saying.
I love his
up,
clean
I
up.
do.
I appreciate
I
But
love his
I'm the
cleanup.
king of bad delivery, but people that know me know I mean no malice of it. Like it's no malice behind
It's
it.
just how you talk.
It's just how I talk, right?
talk.
So I've come across women that just don't understand me.
Oh, me too.
It's just like, yo, I'm not trying to belittle you. This is not me. This is how I talk to my friends. You know
You're
what I'm
not
saying?
being
This is how I
hostile.
talk to everybody I love.
This is not
or
violent
whatever.
communication.
This is how I deliver it. You
a fact.
taking it personal. You making it personal. Even when I tell you it's not personal, you're choosing
Right.
to do that. So you're choosing to be in conflict
Even
with me.
after you break it down.
Right.
And you're
'Cause
already
that
like,
emotional
listen,
state is still there.
yeah, it's so overbearing. You throw
Not
the white
personal,
flag
it's
up. You're like,
emotional
listen, no, I'm not on that type of time with you. I'm
Right.
just explaining
Yep.
X,
But-
Y, and Z.
So in a nutshell, do y'all agree or disagree there's levels in dating?
No, that's all. Like there's social status. There's no social status. It's whatever you are in, you're in. There's no levels to dating who you want to be with or who you
I got a
feel like you
question.
should be
I
with.
used to agree with that, but now I don't.
Yeah, no, I feel like there's no
I
levels
don't
to it.
because it's levels to everything in life.
yeah.
You feel like
Right?
it's
So
two
it's
levels
like
of
if
dating?
you
There's levels in growth.
Hold on,
no,
let me-
this
Sorry, my fault,
exactly.
my fault, my
No,
fault.
I agree with you. It's levels in growth, right? So if I grew myself to a certain point in life, why would I come down here and fuck with
I
you?
agree. I agree.
Right?
I agree.
So that's everything in friendships or whatever.
That's a
It's like
fact.
we could be cool, but I'm not on that. I built myself to be here, so why would I come down
down.
here
Can I
say something?
and fuck with you?
Can I say
Straight up.
something there? I'm
Yeah.
gonna bring it back now. Like I said, levels to growth. So going back to the whole Fire CEO thing, your growth level as a person who's done everything they wanted to do, your credentials are up there. Growth right here, right?
Right.
A person's growth who's at a Fryer, a person's growth who doesn't really know themselves, who's still trying to love themselves, here. The levels of that is growth and willing for that person to either grow with you, grow together, or to keep them there. Because at the end of the day, like I said, levels is growth. It's not social, it's not relationship, it's not any of that. It's the simple fact that where you are in your life, if you meet somebody and you're here and they're there, the growth, which is the level, no matter relationship or whatever the case may be, is the fact that you want to bring them there with you. And that's the growth.
I agree with that.
And that's the levels to what all relationships is. There's no social level. There's no construct. There's none of that. It's just simply knowing who you want to take with you and who you don't want to take with you.
I agree with that, right? But like I said, I disagree with it because who you want to take with you may not be ready to go
at that
right?
moment.
Exactly.
Like I want to
you're
take,
right.
I want to take.
That's a fact.
I want to take my whole hood with me, right? But everybody
Everybody's
can't
not
go.
meant to go.
Everybody's not
But
gonna
But they're
go.
not supposed to go.
No,
That's
so
the fact.
what I'm saying is, I could want you to be on this level, but you're not.
You might not make the cut.
After my experiences, personally, this is personally how I feel. I'm never going back down to help nobody else.
Right.
You got to meet me here.
Okay, exactly.
Right,
That's
because
the
it
growth.
takes too much energy, and I lose too much time, and I take myself 10 steps back trying to get you where I'm at. Right. So now I'm at the point in my life where I've done charity. I try to bring people from the bottom.
That you love?
100%. And they don't want to go. I love wholeheartedly. I'll probably die for them. But you just not ready to go. I got to leave you.
Yeah, at that point, yeah, you have to
Right?
go. Yeah, at that point,
So
you gotta
I'm
leave.
not willing to go down. You got to meet me here. Now it's like I'm going to stay where I'm at. And if you're not here, I'm not moving.
Exactly,
So
yep.
if you want to be here, then you got to get here. Meet me here, and that's it. So if you have an interest in me, show me you willing to meet me where I'm at.
Okay.
I'm not willing to come down.
Right.
Like I have these conversations now. It's like, oh, they tell me that, I'm just not, we just not compatible or whatever. It's like we're not compatible. But if you have an interest in me, then you'll meet me where I'm at. You get what I'm saying? It's like I'm not coming down. I'm not better than you. It per se, but really I am. I've done the work, right? And I'm not afraid to say that because I'm done being humble. Because as I grow and as I learn, humble is a terrible word, right? Humble.
What's
Look
your
it up. Look it
interpretation?
up right now and read the definition
Of humble?
of
To be
humble.
massive
Read it.
passive?
And you said it's a terrible word.
It's a terrible word.
I ain't gonna lie, when it comes to words, I
No,
believe what he said.
Yeah.
I believe what he
Okay,
said.
Read
the
it.
definition of humble.
Right.
I believe what
So
he
there's
said.
two. The first one, having or showing a modest or low estimate of one's own importance. Two, of low social, administrative, or political rank.
Yeah,
That started off
that's
bad.
a horrible. So I'm
That
supposed to
started
show.
off bad.
Yeah, that sounds
that's a terrible word.
Yeah.
Who did that? Oxford?
I gotta be humble.
No.
That's Google. No,
That's
I need to
Google.
say something. I need to say something.
Okay.
But basically, off that definition,
Because-
like, I gotta lose a part of me to be
before
humble.
you start, we
Yeah, I
have
like
a
that.
we have a tendency as a people to change the definition
Yes.
of words that
Oh,
already have
yes.
meanings.
Yes.
You cannot put your own meaning on a
Meaning.
word that already has a meaning.
Oh.
We just read the meaning.
Yes.
Okay, but
Right?
the
So,
meaning
go ahead.
of what I just said,
Okay.
humble, you can be all the way at the top. You know what I'm saying? But if you see somebody who is in need of whatever you have that they don't have, you are going to bring yourself down, humble yourself to the beginning where you first started before you were ever up there. That's what humble is. And have empathy and be able to connect.
That's not what humble is.
That
You
is
just
not-
read it. That's
Yeah,
just not
you
what
just-
humble
baby
is.
love.
That's
Yeah,
humble.
you just
Baby
not.
girl. Read the word again.
No.
Read the word again.
Humble
Read
literally
the
says
definition again.
You just
Read it.
having-
Wait.
Having
No.
or showing a modest or low estimate of one's own importance. Humble. So if you
Having
see,
or showing.
showing exactly.
Why
that's
would
what
I
I'm,
do that? Why would I give myself a low estimate if I'm already here? That's a negative connotation.
losing
So you
myself.
come across people who are hungry, kids who are
I'm
hungry.
feeding them, but I'm not gonna sit there and live with them.
You don't have to live with them.
But that's
That's
what you're
humble.
saying. That's what you're saying.
You're bringing
You're
that
saying I
person
have to
down.
bring myself.
You could still
I
have
to give-
empathy for them.
Empathy is a totally different word
yeah,
for being
that has
humble.
nothing to be
Don't
humble.
mix them.
Yeah,
Don't mix them,
yeah.
baby girl.
And now they use
cannot
empathy.
mix
But you
I'm
know
not gonna lie
what?
to you. Hold
That's
on.
emotional standpoints. You know, women they
Yeah,
lack
that's what I'm
emotions
saying.
with
You can't
emotions.
put
I'm not
your
gonna lie to
own
you. What they
definition.
just did was, I'm sorry, Trey, but what they just did was they implicated, right? They implemented empathy, right, into lowering yourself. Pretty much what you're saying. If the homeless is right there,
Yes.
right?
No, they didn't do that. She did that because
Oh, yeah,
empathy,
that's what I'm saying.
empathy wasn't
You
in
just
that
did.
word.
Excuse
They
me.
didn't do that.
Yeah, but the fact that,
don't say that. That was a nigga.
that's a fact. But the fact
Okay.
that empathy was in there, you said, yeah, humble yourself. You have to empathize. Whoa,
That's not what it means.
You just
But why
started
would you want to
remixing
be
that.
so pretentious in front of a bunch of
It's
kids
not.
who are
No,
hungry?
it's not about
That's
being
not being
pretentious.
pretentious, though.
Listen, being pretentious,
You're not
right?
doing that.
Humbling, it says, is giving oneself a low estimate, right? So why
But
would
you know that's not what you are.
No, you're not saying it's not saying that. It's saying if I'm up here, I'm gonna say I'm down here to appease you. Why?
Well, you just said everybody can make their own definition to their own words.
No, I didn't. I said don't. I said we have a tendency.
How you sit in the closest?
Yo, wait, hold on.
How you sit in the
We
closest?
have a tendency of what?
I said we have a tendency of taking words that already have definitions
and making
your own definition, and that's exactly what you're doing.
And that
Yes.
is
you took
that is
humble
politically
and made
incorrect.
it empathetic.
And make empathy. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
that was
not.
politically incorrect.
Right, so I can
You can't do
empathize
that.
with you, but I'm not gonna sit there and give up my house just to be here
I ain't gonna
and say
lie.
I'm humble.
This the
right?
real
Would you do
lines
that?
then.
If you lived in a mansion, would you go live in a tent on Skid Row just to say that you humble?
So how do y'all feel
No.
about people? I ain't
No, he
even
was just
finished
asking the question.
Because I know your answer. No.
No.
You wouldn't do
How
it.
do y'all
Exactly.
feel about people who are super to the top and aren't humble?
They don't have to be.
I'm
It's
not
a
gonna lie to
terrible
you.
word.
Hold on.
Wait, they
hold on.
shouldn't be
Right.
humble,
But
right?
it doesn't
But
show like
they shouldn't be
I
humble,
kind of
right?
get what you think your definition of
Yeah,
humble is, and
because
that's wrong.
I think you only have your own definition
Yeah,
of
I
humble.
think you just really mean empathizing. Scratch
Right.
that humble shit up out of your
Yeah.
mind.
Humble-
it's that fucking Google dictionary. Like,
No,
No,
Yo,
that's not.
humble
That's not. That
is,
is
humble
it's
is a
what
you have your own definition
Yeah.
of humble.
Yeah.
Right? And that's not what it is. So the people at the top shouldn't be humble. They earned that.
Yeah.
Why would they
but they started from the bottom.
So
That's
what?
all right.
Hey,
is it-
I can empathize with you, but
I can
I
say-
have that
I
But
can-
that's being humble because
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not. No, it's
You
not.
just read it, baby.
No, it's
Bro,
not.
Go back
I'm
to
so
it.
sorry.
Now you really have your
Humble.
own information.
Wait, read
All
it
right,
again.
let me
Read it
Having
again.
or showing a modest or low estimate of one's own importance. Before y'all say anything,
Okay.
having or showing a modest or low estimate of one's own importance, when you started from the bottom, you were humble because the definition is having or showing a modest or low estimate of one's own importance. When you're at the bottom,
created your own definition
I
with your
think
own reasoning. You can't do
you
that.
mixing it up. It's saying having, so that means that I have a low estimate of who I am. So no matter where I'm at, I'm saying,
all
wait.
do when we
so
start.
you're not listening. So even if I'm at the bottom, if I'm humble, that means I'm lowering myself lower than the bottom.
no, humble is you are the bottom.
No. It says having, look. Having or showing modest or low estimates of one's own importance. So if my importance is at the bottom, right? I'm at the bottom of the totem pole. If I'm humble, that means I'm going
Fuck
lower
you,
than
Alex.
that.
I hate your face.
Okay.
She's not gonna win this.
I mean, I'm not trying to win it. I'm just
No,
trying to say how
we need you to
I feel
understand.
about
We
that.
need you to- we
okay,
need
it
to
makes
have you
sense. Yeah, it
understanding.
makes sense.
And that's
It makes sense.
And that's the thing.
We need you to have
Women,
understanding.
y'all need to stop telling us how you feel about things that are actually what it is.
No.
No,
And-
because men do the same thing.
All right, hold on, but we not pointing fingers here. We just a
He
matter of.
he's right
Yeah,
here pointing
I am.
right
Oh,
here.
You pointing fingers.
He's right
All
here
right, I
pointing.
respect the fact. I respect it, but I'm
pointing.
you just brought a valid point, right? We just brought a word about. We looked up the definition, right? Mm-hmm. And
Spell it.
the young lady, what the definition of humble?
She said, spell it.
So the young lady she
Trying
broke
to
down the
test your
definition.
school
Well,
skills.
she did her best. Okay, viewers, she did her best to break down the definition, but she did a terrible job. Why? It's because in the mix
It's a
of it-
learning experience.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
it's a
learning
Listen,
experience.
growth, right? We was talking about growth.
Levels to it.
There's levels to this
Levels
shit,
to it.
right?
Oh, we grown
so,
here.
but it is. But Trey catapult that situation by saying people, right? People. My experience, women, but we could generalize this as people, right?
No, I know niggas that do it too.
Yeah, that's why I said generalize
Yeah,
it.
because
But
you
my
be
experience-
arguing with niggas in the hood and
Yeah.
shit, and they be like,
you
yo,
gotta
this
stop
is
taking the fact of the definition. There's a definition, and behind that definition, you create your own definition, but that creation is based off of your interpretation. The words are simple. The words are simple.
No, it's not based off their interpretation. It's based off their emotions and also
interpretation.
No,
How they-
interpretation.
what
Yes, it
they've
is.
been taught as well.
All right, but what they was taught, what they were taught,
Words have no emotions without interpretation.
definitely.
I agree with that.
Definitely. So is the interpretation. And just because it's your interpretation does not make it a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's what you feel it's saying does not make it right
That's-
and does
that's-
not make it a
that's
fact.
my point.
Right.
Just 'cause you
Just because you feel it,
it
well, I
means
feel
it's
this
right.
way. Well, just because you feel
doesn't
it,
make
it
it
does not make you right. Period.
Okay, and y'all corrected me. I was not right in this. And y'all are right.
Now we here to learn, 'cause I'm learning from you, too.
exactly.
Yeah, that's a
Listen,
fact. That's a
this is the
fact.
first time I've ever looked up the word humble. I've never looked that word up.
And you
I've just
use it so
taken
much.
I've used it so much because it's true. When I see people who are at the top and are just
Assholes?
Assholes. And it's like, humble yourself.
I'll be an asshole.
I say to
and I'm
people a
not
lot
at
of the
top,
times, humble yourself without actually knowing what the definition is. But in my interpretation, without the emotions, humble yourself means bring yourself back to reality. Get yourself out of that ego, because ego is a huge thing in terms of how you feel about yourself. Take yourself out of that, because at the end of the day, we came here the same way everybody else came here, and we die the same way everybody came in here. It's what you make in the middle of all of that that makes you what you are in your life. But you also have to understand there's levels to it. There's going to be people who are lower than you. There's going to be people who are upper than you. And when I say humble, you just have to stabilize yourself to be able to communicate with everybody at every level.
Right, but you have to use a correct word.
No, I feel like we just gotta.
Can't use humble in that instance anymore.
I just feel like we
But
gotta.
that's what I meant. That's what my
get it.
interpretation of humble meant until I looked up the word and I was like,
Right, so
what you were saying.
now we know that humble is a terrible word, and nobody should be humble.
Nah, humble
were
ain't
saying?
terrible. I just feel like us as just people, sometimes we gotta check ourselves, because a lot of times we talk about shit like, yeah, I know, and niggas be dead to rights wrong, and we be gun hole on it. Now we gotta check ourselves, and a lot of times, and I'm agree. I know y'all can agree. We hate being wrong, and we don't want a motherfucker to tell us we wrong when we know we wrong. So that's the worst.
I like being wrong simply for the fact that I get to learn something out of it. Because if I'm wrong about something, tell me why I'm wrong.
And they say a wise man once knew that he knew nothing at all.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So like, you never know.
Being wrong is a virtue.
We need
to
a
be
second.
honest.
Wait, hold on. we need a second.
We need a vocabulary segment. Every episode, we're gonna take a word and break down the definition.
We need a separate.
Yeah, we gonna do
We
that.
need a separate section, because this nigga the word of the quotes. Nigga said Watchman once said.
Nah, for real.
This nigga got the quotes. I never heard that before.
Nah, for real.
I like that.
Man once knew that he knew nothing at all.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, he's right.
We gotta have trade moments, spoken moments. That's what we're gonna call it, spoken moments.
Nah, but I really want to add that. We need that. I think
that's
as
a
a
fact,
people though, because
that's a fact.
we tend to use words and we don't know the definitions
That's a
of
fact.
them. And words are powerful. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
When
fact.
you speak them, that's what you will become. You know what I'm
Power
saying?
of the tongue.
It's the power of the tongue.
Power of the
So
fact.
when you tell niggas to be humble, or when you tell somebody to be humble, you tell them to give themselves a low estimate of themselves, and that's not what it is. I'm not gonna humble myself for you or anybody else, and you shouldn't either.
Right.
Yep.
So when I speak on things, I'm not being cocky or whatever. Like I said before, it's tried and tested. I have this bravado about me because I've worked to get here, and I'm not gonna humble myself.
But being cocky is being an asshole. You're confident. There's a difference between being cocky and being confident.
Yeah,
I'm
but,
sorry, I don't
that's
think so.
another word. People
Cocky
take
and
I don't think
confidence
cocky
are two
being an
different
asshole.
things.
Nah.
Yeah, cocky is being an
Cocky is
asshole.
being an asshole.
I don't
Cocky
think
is
so.
being
I got a different individual. A different definition. I don't think cocky is being an
What's
asshole.
your interpretation of the word cocky?
Well, look it up. What does it mean?
Look it up.
I'm gonna look it up. But I'm gonna tell
Word
you me.
number 2.
Yeah, we
I'ma
learning
tell
today.
you, I'm sorry, I don't think cocky
is a
I feel
negative
like,
word.
Yeah,
I
cocky
feel
is
like
an
to
asshole
me
thing.
personally, cocky is I did this shit, I put the work in, I'ma talk.
That's confident.
That's confidence, exactly.
Okay.
But I feel like cocky go with that too.
So look it up.
I'ma talk my shit, and you can't tell me nothing other than what I did because I did the
Nah.
work.
Hurry up and look it up.
I am looking up as I'm
Please
talking
and
about
thank
it.
you, brother.
Bitch, I'm cocky. Shut
All
up.
right,
I'm
man.
looking it up.
Cocky is like a shell of self-importance. That's what cocky makes you an asshole, because at the end of the day, like I said, there's levels to it. We're all basically the same in terms of being human.
I feel like I have some assholeism in me.
We all have assholeism.
All right, y'all ready for the definition?
Yeah, your Google slow over there. Come on, what's up?
Conceited or arrogant, especially
Exactly.
in a
Negative
bold
word.
of an
That's
impulsive
asshole.
way.
That's a negative word. Say it again.
You right.
No, so read it again. 'cause I
Conceited
talked
or
over you.
arrogant, especially in a bold of an impulsive way.
All right. Now let's look up confidence.
Confidence, exactly.
All right, let's do confidence.
Yeah, because if you look
Look,
up,
his tone of voice already changed too.
It
He already
changed.
knows.
Yeah.
Fuck
He
Google.
already
I
knows.
don't care. Fuck what Google gotta say.
But when I was
don't
searching
care.
humble, Google was right.
now
Yeah.
niggas don't care. Look, he just said it. Niggas hate to be wrong.
That's
Niggas
crazy.
hate to
You
be
hate to
wrong.
I'ma still be cocky. I'll put in work or something.
But
I'm gonna be
you're
cocky.
wrong.
Why you
You're
can't
not
be
even
confident?
You just
That's
said
not
you can't be
confident.
confident. You just said
That's
I
not
feel
being
like
cocky.
I feel like
Look up
confident and cocky
confidence.
We
should
don't
be
give
the
a
same
fuck
thing.
about your
No,
feelings.
they're not the
Same
same
thing.
You're
thing.
wrong.
That's your tone. When
I
you're
feel like
talking,
it-
it's your
alright.
I
delivery.
feel like I'm a confident individual. I feel like cocky is an overestimate.
You're better than everybody. That's
no,
what cocky
cocky
is.
is
confident.
an overestimate
Oh,
of
he's
gonna
your
say,
he's gonna say.
importance. All right, come on.
Confident, feeling or showing confidence in oneself, assured. We're acquired. Oh, this is a sentence. Don't worry about that. But it's just basically
be
saying
assured. To
To
feeling.
be assured.
Sure,
Oh,
yeah.
to be assured.
So and
To be
and to be
assured.
assured,
To be
you
certain.
have to be certain. You have to be tried and tested. That's why I said I'm confident. I'm not cocky, right? So
But a cocky as an individual is boisterous.
in
other words.
and
'Cause
cocky as
that's
an
unnecessary.
individual. It's the opposite of humble, right? It's an overestimate
Exactly.
Right.
of
Yep.
what you
Self-importance.
of who you are.
We don't
right?
need to. You don't need to be shouting all of that.
Right.
Like you're doing too much. You're like it's like when you're showing all of that confidence in an ostentatious way, excessively displaying.
Let me tell you
way.
something. You know,
Also
in the
your
thesaurus,
ego.
confident and cockiness is consort.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Yes,
No, it's not.
No,
And
it's
the-
not.
How much
Your
you want to bet?
accomplishments
How much you
and-
want to bet?
No,
It's not a bet,
no,
nothing.
your
And the
accomplishments-
thesaurus, look at the thesaurus.
I read the
and
whole
look
No,
at-
it's
dictionary
not a
before.
synonym. If you're trying to say it's a
No,
synonym,
I didn't say
it's-
it's synonym. You didn't even let me finish.
You're
ahead,
putting a
finish.
thesaurus.
You ever read the dictionary?
Oh,
No, he said
Desmond
thesaurus.
Desmond used to make me
did.
read. I was
I
yes, I
used to
did.
read the dictionary.
I think you're just
I
wrong,
read
and you
the
need to
thesaurus.
gracefully just.
No, it's
bow.
not that. But I'm just saying. I feel like cocky.
It's
to
not.
me,
We
this-
just
alright.
said we gonna get off of that because we just said it's not about what you feel. It's
It's
about
not
No,
what
I'm not
it
saying what I
is.
feel. Only two things I feel like that separate from cocky from confidence. When you got an individual
He
that's
said,
just going.
You just said I'm not gonna talk about how I feel, but the only thing I feel like
Yeah. That's why I just started laughing. Like, what do you like? Just gracefully bow
What are you
out,
talking
bro.
about? You
It's
lost.
all right. You
those
lost.
two in the one words,
Google-
and y'all
Google
gonna realize
feel.
it. But that's okay. We gonna get over it.
You said, but I feel.
All right, but those are two in the same word, but we gonna get over it. Cocky and confidence mean the same thing, and y'all don't realize it. But that's okay. We can talk about it later on.
They mean the same thing, but it's a different
Y'all don't
delivery.
understand. It depends how you do it. But it has
That
the
makes
same.
it cocky or confident. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and
the
it
whole
depends
point.
how you deliver it.
Thank you. That's what
But
I
if
just
I'm
said.
delivering in the sense of confidence, I'm
But you're
still
not being
cocky.
arrogant about it, which is what makes it
Exactly.
cocky.
Okay, can we get back to
Yeah, I think we need to
levels?
get back,
We
yeah.
thank you for the learning session, guys. I appreciate that. But let's get back to levels. I want to ask a question. Hold on, I got it written down. I think I forgot it. Well, I don't want to misconstrue what I'm asking, so let me get to it. Okay, I got it. Have any of you guys ever felt like you were settling?
Yes.
No, never
Settling?
felt- Yeah, all right. Just in
They
in
don't like relationship
Hold on,
wise.
in totality, or you talking about like
Like you
relationship?
settling, like you know you could do better, but you
Yep.
just gonna stay. You gonna stay where you at. Like I'm just gonna stay.
I might
here.
have. All right. There's stages in your life the way you have to subject yourself to in order to get to next levels. So, and by that, you might have to pick up a particular job that you might not want to work, but bills need to get paid. So you might have to dumb it down a little bit because it might be outside of your level of expertise, right?
gotta settle for that
What you
job.
might have went to school for, got a degree for, what you trade school, whatever, right? So you might have to dumb it down in order to get those bills paid. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like that's an act of settling. So in that degree, yes, I have. You know what I mean? In order to get where I needed to go.
women.
Now, jumping on to the relationship side, no. Never.
I
Never
know
felt
him.
like you
I
was
couldn't wait to
settling.
his answer. I
Never.
already know. I couldn't wait. I couldn't
Absolutely
wait.
not.
I never felt like
I couldn't wait for his answer. He talking his
So you
work
never-
shit, and I'm like, nigga, stop. Get the work shit.
You said
Yeah,
what,
fucked the
bitch?
work
I
shit.
already know his
Y'all
answer.
want the sauce. I forget. My fault.
Nigga, top this work shit. I
I
know
was,
the
I was
answer.
gonna tell him. I was
Hell
gonna
no.
tell cut all that Martin Luther King
Yeah,
shit.
like, all right, yeah, we know.
I was gonna
We
let
know
you. I was gonna let you cook.
Because
Yeah,
you
we
said
know.
both.
Nah. I'm just saying.
We
period,
wanted
right?
the real
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I was
answer.
gonna let you cook. I'll let you cook. I'll let you
So
cook.
you want me to elaborate
I was
the no?
waiting. No, I was waiting for you to get to the point. You got to it. You said
Yeah,
no.
that's hell to the no.
I
Like,
think-
I wish I. I'm not that I wish I would, but it's just not.
No,
what?
you-
I think I
wish you
settled. I
would.
think
Shit
I
don't even get
settled
the
later
dick hard.
on in relationships, right? Like not in the beginning. Like in the beginning, you have hope, right?
What
And-
is hope? What is that?
Yeah,
heard
I
that
wanna
Oh
answer
before.
that.
God,
What-
is this
what-
another Google
No,
dictionary
no.
word?
It's
No,
not
no.
that. This is really
No, I
like
mean,
your
what you
what
seen in
is-
that?
what
Like,
is
what
hope?
you
Hope
seen
is-
in that
hope
female
is-
that gave you hope?
Hope is potential, right? Where like I said, I'm a dreamer. I can see.
Aw, that's cute.
Yeah.
So you seen the potential with her, and you
Right,
hope.
bro.
cute.
I see. I don't look at trash the same way another nigga look at trash.
That shit stink.
I figure out what I can
lying.
make out of it, what I could get out of it. How can I make that move? Right. Like I think that's what separates you know, the thinkers from the followers, right? Like you have to see things in a different perspective. So I don't look at things as how they're given to me. I look at them as what they could be. So I go into a lot of situations of thinking what you could be, right? So I see the potential of you, and then I'll be like, all right, cool. But then I settle when I realize that I'm not getting that out of you, right? So when I'm not getting what I see I'm getting, then now I'm settling because I know that I could do better, but I'm waiting for you to do better.
Okay. I get that.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes
I've
that
settled
makes sense.
because I was just comfortable in the situation I was in, and I settled because it was just easy for me. When you're settling, I just feel like it's because it's easy for you. I don't feel like you should be with somebody who's easy for you. It should be challenging. And when I settle, well, that one time I did settle, it got to the point where I had to tell him, listen, if I keep fucking with you, I'd be settling. Like, there's no progress here. There's no progression. There's no growth. Like, I would literally be settling. And I feel like when you settle, it's just basically.
You told him that?
Yeah, because I'm being honest.
I feel like
it's
a
just
man
being
settling
honest.
is different from female settling.
I'm just being honest. At the
I
end
don't
of the
think
day,
there's no difference. Settling
yeah,
is settling.
Yeah,
Settling
I
is
was just being
settling.
honest,
Go
and
ahead.
it's true.
Yeah, but
like,
I feel you with that.
like
And-
I'd be settling.
And you know damn well you feel where she coming from because we've had multiple we've had multiple conversations. And you know, I be like, after you say what you told me that you hold on. I be like, cuz you said that? You be like, yeah. And I be like, you said it like that though? Right or wrong?
Right.
All right then. So knock it the fuck over.
Nah, it's not that. But I'm just speaking from the instance of as a man and a female, like what she said.
What's the
as
difference?
Listen,
All right.
she's a female. Tell her, what you want me to do? I ain't. I'm thinking as a man, the man I am, I'd be damn a female. What? Who you?
But that's
but that's how she feels. You can't feel
No,
that type of way
no,
about
I'm
that.
not saying that, but I'm not saying that.
So what are you saying? I don't.
I'm not
What's
saying.
your
I don't get
difference?
it
You said
either,
that there's a
yeah.
difference
Yeah,
with settle.
he lost
with
me. I
settling.
thought he was
No, I
going-
do. I feel like women. There's a men settle way different than women. Like I feel like men we
No.
settle way worse than when women would settle.
What is that about?
I don't.
Settling
I
Give
don't
me
know.
an example. I
It's
need
the
you to
same
elaborate.
definition. Settling
Because
is
you
the
just
same
No,
for
settling
everybody.
is, but I feel like men would settle way worse than what women would do.
How?
I
Explain.
don't
You're
know.
not giving us
I
an
don't know.
example.
Yeah,
You're just
I don't-
reiterating the
How?
fact that you feel. Yeah, how? Like, give
what
us
do you-
an example. Like,
But while you
one.
think about that, what? All right, you said something I want to touch on. I think is very important when it comes to relationships. You said a relationship is supposed to be challenging. In what way?
Challenging where y'all are not at the same position y'all first got together at. If I'm with you and I'm with you for a year, we shouldn't still be here after a year. We should be here. Or we should be here. We shouldn't be here, or here.
Okay.
We should be levels up. And that's the challenging part. Because at the end of the day, somebody you love and somebody you're with is going to challenge you to be better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the challenging part. Of course, it's going to be challenging where, it could be, having to deal with somebody, arguing, but that's just a part of it.
Right.
But when I say challenging, I mean to the point where they bring the best out of you.
Right.
And that's challenging in itself already. But having somebody that you love do that for you and not you, and have it be from somebody who doesn't even understand you, because nobody will understand you the way you understand you, that's challenging.
Okay.
Right. I brought that up. I brought that up because a lot of people think that you got to go through some shit to be happy in a
No.
relationship, right?
be happy shouldn't
they
be
think
obstacles.
challenges are
happiness.
obstacles.
Yeah, challenges and obstacles
You get what
are
I'm
two
saying?
different things.
So I want to get that clear. Like some people think, to find true love, you got to go through some shit with somebody. I don't want to go through shit
Yeah,
with
no.
nobody.
They think that brings true
You know what I'm
happiness.
saying? Like, I don't want to go through shit with nobody. I want to challenge each other just exactly how she
yeah.
explained it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But
Nah, that makes
usually
sense. That makes sense.
they equate the two. Like, oh yeah, love is supposed to be, you're supposed to go through some shit. It's like, nah, I don't
Yeah.
want to go through nothing.
It shouldn't be Olympics
I don't want to go through nothing.
to be with somebody.
Now, have you thought about your point?
Yeah, I do, but I want to ask you because you. Wait, hold
Can
on.
we-
Wait,
Who,
wait,
me
we
or
gonna do that.
him?
Hold on, because he said something about happiness,
you?
and this man, I just want to know, what do you define like? You feel like when people together was true happiness?
When you accept each other for who you are, right? When you can coexist in the space, no matter how different you are, no matter what y'all going through or whatever, you just at peace. Happiness is peace.
The median. The
You
common
can say
ground.
that. The common ground,
There's differences in that happiness, though.
Of course, there's differences in the happiness, but that's what I'm saying. That's when you have true happiness, where there could be differences and there's still peace, right? So just even in the relationship, as far as a friendship, when we could argue or we could debate and there's no animosity, it's just that,
Right.
We still
Right.
coexisting in happiness. Like, we're not mad at each other.
Right.
We just had a situation,
disagreement.
and that's it, and we back to regular. So I feel like that's true happiness, when you could be at peace in any situation. You get what I'm saying? No matter what you're going through, no matter how shit is going, you at peace. I feel like peace is happiness.
Brings happiness.
Yeah,
100%.
I'm 180% with you with that one.
Yeah, me too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I feel like peace really brings on pretty much the sole thing of happiness. Peace bring it on.
No, not the whole thing.
I feel like it's variables to happiness,
Yeah,
right?
not the whole
But
thing.
it's hard to determine what makes another person happy. That's your responsibility, right? Like, so I'm saying this is what
You mean
happiness
for that
is
or
to
yourself?
I'm saying this is what happiness is to me.
Okay.
For somebody else, it might be different, you know? Like,
No, I'm saying like, say like you're dealing with someone, right? You know
Yeah.
what your happiness with is, and you're dealing with someone. Their happiness make it different.
their happiness
How
is their
can
responsibility.
you? I'm like, and that's what I'm getting at, because I feel like when you're dealing with someone, you're supposed to be happy when I'm dealing with you. Don't look for me to bring you happiness.
No.
No.
I think you mean you're supposed to be happy before I even put
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Look
that's a
to
fact.
me to
Look
maintain
for
That's a
happiness.
fact.
Yeah, don't look for
Maintain it.
me
That's a
to make
perfect
you
word.
happy. Because
Okay.
now if you looking for me to make you happy and then I don't, then it's like, oh yeah, this nigga don't make. Oh, you supposed to be happy before I became along.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And if you looking for that, you already been fucked up in the game.
I mean, true indeed.
Yeah,
That's what I
I
mean
mean,
in that sense. Like,
If you're depending on somebody to make you happy, you already fucked up.
happiness is your own responsibility.
Exactly. It's nobody else's.
Straight
It's
up.
nobody else.
But you're not supposed
It's
to
an
come.
add-on.
You're not supposed to come here and make
and
me
disrupt
unhappy.
it, right?
Yeah,
and
mhm.
disrupt
but a
it.
lot of people come across, oh, you don't make me happy. And I hate that, because it's like, well, you already supposed to be happy. I'm supposed to add on to your happiness, not be
But that
your
still
happiness.
doesn't make you happy, though. I can make myself happy, but if you don't make me happy, sorry,
Yeah, you got it.
you as an individual
Don't need to be
make
here.
me happy.
But you don't need to be here.
Yeah, you don't need to
because I
be
can do
here.
bad by my motherfucking self.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right. But
mean,
then at that
true.
point, then there's nothing else to discuss. You don't make me happy. I'm happy within myself. You don't add to that. There's no value. in
Yeah,
that.
I've been
That's it.
told I don't make them happy. Leave.
Yeah, exactly.
Simple as that. We ain't gotta argue
Yeah,
nothing. Go ahead.
Head out.
Go ahead. I'm
the
not.
door's over there, over there, over there.
Yeah, because you know sometimes you be in situations where people they have their way of what they think their partner should be doing for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
And
if
they
you
stuck in their
don't
ways.
if you don't jump through those hoops and hurdles that they expect you to, then they become unhappy. And I say, just simply leave me alone. I'm not the
Exactly.
nigga
That's
for
a
that.
fact.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I'm definitely 180% with you with that peace.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? That's the true happiness when you're dealing with someone. A lot of times it be differences. And the fact that, like what Trey just said, if I can't bring it, if we can't agree to disagree, this ain't gonna last.
Mm-hmm.
This shit got an expiration date. Everything has an expiration
course,
date.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But this definitely has a faster expiration date. As soon as I pick this shit up off the shelf, it is going in the trash.
But when he says happiness, I truly do agree. Peace has a part of it, of course. But for me, when I'm in a relationship, happiness to me is when I want to be alone and I just want to be with myself. I don't want nobody to bother me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm okay with you being in that space with me.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yo.
Did you see the last episode?
yeah, we
yo.
spoke about
No.
that. We spoke about that.
Yo, you
It's-
just.
so hold on, in that space, right?
That's space. If I want you in my personal space, even
Mm-hmm.
on the worst fucking days, I don't want nobody near me, but yet I want you
You,
near me
right.
on those days, that's happy for me.
Mm-hmm.
If we're arguing, I hate you, I can't fucking stand you, but I go to bed and I still love you,
Mm-hmm.
that for me is happiness. Because I feel like when you're happy with somebody, regardless of the disagreements, regardless of the arguments, regardless of ever, you still choose them.
At the end of the
There's
day,
a lot of
it's-
people who get into arguments and start to think about options. If you're with somebody and you're happy, there's no other options. You're going to stick with them whether you disagree with them or not.
Straight,
And I
straight
think
up.
that's peace. And I think that's happiness.
I think, and jumping back to when it came down to how did I feel in regards to when someone that I was dealing with was at a higher level that I wasn't. The immature act on my behalf, I'm bouncing. and that's corny. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's corny.
Because that's a quick solution.
That's a quick solution.
Yeah.
On my core, that's the quick solution. So it's like, all right, if I'm bouncing, that's the immature act.
Yeah.
Because when you're dealing with someone, that's not how that works. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But of course, when you're approaching the situation, when you're clouded, when you're emotionally clouded, you're not thinking rational. And that's not into no shape, form, or fashion a justification. That's just where my mindset was at that particular
I ain't
time.
gonna lie,
levels.
I can never see
So
that.
so with all that being
I ain't
said,
gonna hold you, cuz. This
Wait,
shocking me.
Wait, what happened?
What he just said. If a female's on a high level, he bouncing.
No,
I know
No,
we
he
know
That's not what
I
he didn't
said.
say that. He didn't say that.
No, he's saying
When she was on a higher level, she
Level?
was on a higher emotional level than I was.
Yeah,
right?
you're bouncing.
Like,
No, he didn't know
that's not
how
what I'm
to.
saying.
He didn't know how to handle that.
I didn't know how to
so
handle it.
He would
So,
leave.
Yeah,
His reaction to that would be to leave.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
she addressed it. I might have didn't like how she addressed it.
Right.
So now I'm responding to the way she might have addressed it instead of paying attention to the message. You get what I'm saying? So now the immature state behind that all,
Oh, I'm out.
I'm out.
Yeah, exactly.
When in all actuality, if we in this together, we in this together, homie. You don't bounce.
Yeah,
You-
exactly.
You figure out a way, homie. Like that's what you're supposed to do.
And there's peace in that. There's peace in knowing that I can disagree with you, we can argue, but there's peace in knowing that we're still gonna be together and stick it out.
Right.
That's the peace in that.
Yeah.
So with all that has been said today, do you guys think it's better to date someone on your level or just to be a free lover?
Free lover.
Free love, there's no level to
Yeah, I
it.
say
Whoever
free.
feels
Free.
right feels
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, because you can't. What you can't do is you can't put a stamp. That's like that universal law. That's jumping back to that. Now you have a universal. You have this. All right. Well, you can have this ideal mindset, how you see yourself with people, right? But people come in like love and all of that, like your mate and all that. That shit come in all shapes, forms, and fashions. You know what I mean? Like, and you never know how that shit'll pull on up. You know, so you gotta be free minded and pretty much not open to anything. You know what I mean? Because we still got some barriers here. You know what I mean? We still got some boundaries. But at the same time, it's like, oh, okay, well, because you're there, I'm not with that. Like I'm not gonna open up my mind. I'm not even gonna try to hear you. You know what I mean? Nah.
But that's not how it works.
That's not how that
it
works.
I
Yeah,
disagree
how it
with
works.
everybody, but like I said, I used to have that mind state, right? To where it was like, yeah, you gonna find love, you can find love anywhere or whatever, but I feel like it's when you do a certain amount of work on yourself, right? And you build yourself to a certain stature, right? You don't want to come down. And I feel like it's too risky to meet somebody where they're at as opposed to them meeting you where you're at, right? So realistically
I get that.
in the
I did get that.
like let's say I like to travel or whatever, right? 90 what they say it's a certain amount of, I think it's like 15% of the US. I'm not a numbers guy, but it's a very low percentage of people in the US that have passports, right? So me meeting somebody that's on my time is a very slim chance.
It's 12.5.
It's a very slim chance, right?
I don't get the comparison. I'm sorry.
Trey, I'm sorry, numbers is 12.5.
All right, cool. So
12.5.
me meeting somebody that's on the time that I'm on is very unlikely here, right? So for me to go somewhere else, that's my level, right? My level of traveling, my level of life, my level of exploration.
No, I'm saying I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
you
so
putting
my
yourself
level,
in the category.
Yeah, the categories is different, right? So opposed to me trying to find somebody or being attracted to somebody that's at a lower level per se, why not meet somebody that's already on the time that I'm on? They already moving.
The chances of that is already 4.5.
What do you mean?
You said it's only 4.5.
No, I'm
12,
saying
12.5.
if I'm not saying in this space. I'm saying me moving around. My chances of meeting somebody else on my level is more likely somewhere else, right? Because they're already there. They're already traveling. They're already moving, right? I have more of a chance of meeting somebody that's on my level on a plane than I do sitting on my block.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So I feel like when you bring yourself up to certain spaces, you don't come back down, not even for love, because there's a saying that goes, love could get you killed. Love could kill you.
But you could have met
I feel
somebody
like you're
out here.
contradicting yourself.
Yeah, I was about to say, because you could have met somebody out here and they traveled to get here. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
It's still a traveler. You
No,
know?
that maybe it was a wrong analogy, but that's not what I meant. I mean, like, meeting people in your time in certain spaces, right? Like I said in the beginning, I dated girls that I would never have dated. We would never be in the same spaces if it wasn't
It's
for
just a
this
matter of coincidence.
right? If we would never, we wouldn't even know each other, right?
Okay, all right.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't feel like I should come down anymore.
Okay.
Right? Because the times that I've accepted a person for where they was at in life, I've wasted time trying to get them to where I'm at. Some got there, some never did.
I got an answer for that.
And it's just like, I'm not going to continue to waste that time. I'm going to have somebody we here, and I know that you're moving up, and we could do that. I put in too much work in my life. It has nothing to do with finances or whatever. It's just everything in life. Everything I've done made me who I am today. And if you not here, I can't do that.
I got an answer to that. Stop dealing with chicks in a matter of where you meet them, matter of coincidence.
No, that's not the solution.
Yes,
the solution is because
you chose.
You can meet anybody anywhere, right? It's about getting to know what level they're at, right? And having them on your level, having them at your level. They're already being there.
What's in your mind, Silk?
What's in my mind is the crazy
We not
part.
going to get the fried chick no more.
She building up. I want to hear it.
We not going to get the fried chick no more.
We got Silk here. I want to hear.
That's what I'm saying.
All I'm saying is, you're saying this now, but you were willing as a CEO to bring yourself down to bring a fried girl up.
I said that was my whole thing. That's what I said.
But now you're saying that you will never go back to that.
This was the whole point of the conversation, that those are things that I've done. And now that I reached the point the way I'm seeing that is not matchmaking, it's not conducive to the way I'm trying to live life, I would never do that again. Okay. I'm not saying I would do that.
So you were arguing the fact that you would have done it, could have, would have, should have, but you're not.
No, I'm arguing the fact that I've done it.
Okay.
That men do that. Men that take a chick from the fries to the CEO.
But you're not at that level.
But
you want to take a CEO too.
No, I want a chick to meet me where I'm at.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're not where I'm at in thoughts, in mind, body, and soul, spirituality, whatever it is, I don't want to deal with you.
Physical.
Okay.
Physical.
Makes sense.
Physical?
Yeah, physical.
I don't know. If she fat, she might get a chance. In the dark, you know what I'm saying? In the dark, you know what I mean? But we not.
In the dark,
listen.
I don't know.
That's a whole nother podcast.
It's a different episode.
It's a different episode. But I'm just saying, physically, I'm not really. I wouldn't say I'm too big on physicals, right? Like.
No, yeah, you did, because you said
had
you
a
like
lot
them
to say
regular.
about exterior.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm saying I could see a person. I
like
didn't
the
say how they looked. I said I like natural women. I didn't say she had to be a bad pretty bitch. I just said I had to be attracted to.
Okay.
I could be attracted to whoever. I never gave my preference or what kind of eyes they have to have. I never said that.
All right, cool.
Okay.
So they could be pretty to me. They might be ugly to you. It's preference. It's subjective.
Well, somebody less to worry about then, if that's the case.
That's all.
It's definitely been good. Good conversation. I love this.
Silk,
you
I learned a lot. She learned a lot.
Silk, you had a good time?
I had a great
This is your time. Give everything
I
out
had a
that
great
you need to.
time. I hope y'all invite me here again. I was actually pretty, psyched up first getting here, but talking to everybody and y'all, like, that's the whole point of being a conversation. We all have different
Perspectives.
ways, interpretations of how we see things, but it's being able to, like, communicate and see how you feel, and be able to come to a mutual understanding.
Straight up.
That just makes sense for all of us. So I'm happy to be here. Thank you guys for bringing me out.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure.
And if y'all not doing anything on Sunday, catch me in Brooklyn performing another performance for Drink Up.
Good luck with
I'll
that.
put the link wherever y'all put the link for this YouTube, and y'all can pull up and y'all pull up.
Listen, man, it's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure always.
I love my brothers. I love the fact that we are, like you said, we are able to do this.
Yep.
Tap in on our YouTube channel, youtube.com /@80side. Tap in on each and every individual's Instagram. Mine's is prolific growth _. You got J-Rock here.
J-Rock, Harlem Made, you know that.
Trey Pizzy.
Yep, you know what I mean? You got an Instagram?
Silk.
All right.
You gotta spell it out for them.
That's it?
ss.silkx.
Got you.
Okay.
Silk
Got
with
you.
a Y. I don't do eyes.
Exactly.
Why
Like-
the fuck not?
Like,
Why
comment.
the fuck not?
Right, now, that's
Subscribe.
right. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Listen, all feedback is great
Man, we
feedback.
here side.
Yeah, man. All feedback is great feedback, man. That's it.
And like we say all the time, it's therapy for us. We hope it's therapy for you.
Straight up.
Side.
Side.
Everything and nothing.
Yeah.
Deuces.